Hey there, what's up? In this video, I'm gonna show you how to change the tire on your electric bike. Now, these are slightly more complicated than a regular bicycle, mainly because they have a hub motor and a wire connected to it. So I'm just gonna show you how to maneuver around that. And also, just in case you were wondering, if you fill your tire with tennis balls, it does not work. It does not work that well, at least with a 3-inch tire. I thought it would, and it does not. Now, instead of the tennis ball method, I'm going to be doing this really the correct way. So I filled my tube with slime. Absolute must. Gotta have some slime. I also bought these Mr. Tuffy liners. So I'm going to put this in between the tire and the tube to give it some added protection because it's nice and thick and strong. I bought a new tire straight from the electric company, and I bought this from my local bike shop, but I will I'll put the link to those and those in the description below. So now over here we can see it's a little complicated, but it's not too bad. Really, it's just got to take this little screw out with an Allen wrench, and then same thing for over here, take this little screw out. Then you got to take these bolts off, and I usually just use a croissant wrench. So attach that on and twist those guys off. Then you can get it loose. Now, once you get it loose, there is a connection right here that you can undo. You just got to take the zip tie off, and that will allow the whole wheel to come off. After you get those two little screws, put them somewhere safe so that you can find them later. And I'm going to cut this open right here. Make super careful not to cut the wires. I have done this in the past without taking this off, but I think it'll just be a lot easier to undo that. So now we can unplug this guy with one hand while we hold the camera. Bam, got it, just like that. And so you don't need to take these bolts off, you just got to get them loose so that everything can wiggle out. And just kind of maneuver the tire up, or the wheel, without getting it caught on the chain. Take the chain off there. There we go. And now we got the tire off with the hub motor. Now that I got the wheel off, we're going to stick this tire on. Yeah, this is going to provide some great protection. Slime plus this liner and a new tire. Yeah, so I've probably had like 5 blowouts or flat tires on this bike, and it's getting a little frustrating. So I want to do as much as I can to prevent flat tires on this bike. I had a little bit of extra in there, so I just cut it off. And you can see that is just pure protection right there. So slip that baby in and make sure it's all directly under the tire. Tube and tire, between the tube and tire. See, not on the side, not like that. Not like that. There we go. Pull a little Schrader valve through and then just roll that tire onto the tube. Wheel. There we go. Now that we got this sucker back together, I'm just gonna set it right back in. As you're setting it back in, you want to make sure that this washer with the little king crown on it is on the inside, and then you got this, and then in between that goes this thing. You just finagle that back on and make sure it's protecting the gear part right there. And same thing for over here. We've got the king crown, followed by the Allen wrench piece, and then a washer, and then the nut. Get those Allen screws nice and tight, nice and snug. These little oval pieces that I'm screwing down right now are definitely important because that takes a lot of the torque off of That's snug. Takes a lot of the torque off of just this, so that helps it really hold on to the frame and not wear out anything too much. Make sure to tighten these nuts down to the appropriate snugness, which is a certain amount of pounds per torque or whatever. You know, just make it snug. Very good thing to, oh my gosh, shut up. Very good thing to check here is where your disc brake aligns in its brake pads. Should be able to spin freely and not rub up against it. And you can adjust that using some of these little nuts right here. Connect the hub back up to the battery with the arrows aligned and snap it back in with a zip tie right there. Then just fill your tire up according to what it wants to say, which is almost always on the side of the tire. Looks like here 30 PSI.